Yeah, this is something I've mentioned on the channel a number of times, but a conversation I had, well, actually, conversations over the past couple of days with some fans. The Oval, there are people who still watch it and people who still talk to me about it because the past couple weeks have actually garnered more attention on my videos, which is good. And other people, I was reading comments about Ruthless on some of my Oval content, and a lot of folks were telling me the same thing. It's funny because some people quit watching the Oval because it really wasn't linking with Ruthless the way that it used to. And vice versa for me, I just got tired of Ruthless because it felt like Gilligan's Island. They were never going to get out of the compound. And even when they did, they just went back. And I just hated the fact that there was so much potential for these shows to link up, because I think Tyler Perry definitely missed the mark because I remember when he started the BET era of content, it's like, hey, I got Sistas, Bruh's the spinoff. I got The Oval, Ruthless is the spinoff. And it felt like we were finally getting what we wanted because during the OWN network days, people were like, yo, why don't we get like an If Loving You Is Wrong crossover with the haves and the have nots or something like that, but we never did. So it felt like Tyler was really kind of expanding his universe. Now, then we had Bruh, and according to the cast, season 2 was when Tyler opted to have Bruh be its own thing, which is a shame because Andy was in a few episodes of season 1, and yet that was just tossed aside. The only mention of Bruh in the canon of Sisters was when Mike was brought up in conversation, but that was it. And of course, we have Monty Washington, who played Bill on Bruh, playing Rich in Sisters right now. So it got to a point where, yeah, the show just kind of became its own thing. And when it comes to Zatima, we know it's a spinoff of Sisters, but the most damning part is the storylines aren't lining up whatsoever, which is a shame. Now, you could argue that due to the fact that Sisters comes out so frequently with new seasons, it might be difficult to kind of line up the shows, but I don't buy that. Honestly, when you really think about it, considering the snail's pace that they come out with Ruthless and the Oval content, there is literally no excuse in the world for those shows not to line up in some capacity. Because I remember Barry got abducted by the compound in the middle of the Oval season 2. And as far as I can tell, Ruthless is in season 5, season 6, and that has never been referenced. Heck, Tally being murdered, or Tally's death from the Oval wasn't mentioned in Ruthless until like season 3 or 4. And that just made me mad because I watched both shows in the hopes that they would converge storylines. But that never really happened, and that got on my nerves. So I really feel like Tyler dropped the ball because creating these shows really made it feel like, okay, if I watch one, I kind of have to watch the other. But it's rewarding to watch these episodes when we get Easter eggs to, oh, that Ruthless thing that happened actually lines up with the Oval. And speaking of the Oval, I know those 2 FBI agents from Ruthless were in the Oval last season working with Simone. And we haven't had any sort of appearance or mention of them yet in season 6. Yeah, I know the season just started. We dealt with a huge shootout, and it's just the morning after. But still, I wish we would have some sort of follow-up on them. I hope they're in season 6, but only time will tell. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think it was just a waste of time for Tyler to announce all these spinoffs if the shows really weren't going to be that interconnected at all? I mean, the new writers of Sisters claimed that Zatima at some point and Sisters are going to, line up side by side, but given the track record of the writing quality, I don't feel like that's really going to happen. Because keep in mind, you would think with Sisters and Zatima being debatably in the same universe, when Zach's mom died, wouldn't more of the Sisters cast be at the funeral too? Just saying. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the shared universes. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.